Man, what's the deal with y'all, man? What's good? Nigga just tapped it in right quick with y'all, man. Trying to see what's up. But man, for real, I'm really trying to figure out, like, is everybody not, we just not gonna say if niggas talk, man? If you know if a nigga talk, we just not talk about it. That's what we doing now. You know what I'm saying? For that shit feel like the wave. For some of these niggas be out here right in your face, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I just be seeing shit, bro. I seen some stories. I'm like, man, we gonna keep playing like this, dog?
Yo, what's happening? It's your man OG Bo Beats TV. Coming you today, another special video. What's good? What's happening, YouTube? It's your man OG Bo Beats, and I'm back with another video for you today. So today, I wanted to talk about this situation with the 3 Detroit rappers, supposed rappers, that they found murdered after they were on their way to a supposed show to perform. I wasn't going to talk about this situation, but it is some updates. I'm going to talk about the updates I heard, just go over a little bit of the situation and kind of break it down. So I just played a clip of the live that he did, I guess a little bit before the situation jumped off. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's on YouTube. You can just Google it or search it on YouTube. Rapper Marley Whoop, real name Armani Kelly, got on live, did a whole bunch of talking, talked about some snitches and some situations, and talk about just getting home from prison. And then later on in the live, he connects with a couple other cats that he claims he knows from prison, and everybody just got out of prison. But if you really watch it and pay attention, it seems like them cats wasn't feeling him. Right, so I don't know what the situation is, or what they had to do with it, if anything. But it's kind of eerie when you watch it and just catch the vibe on that. So, but before I break it down more, I want to get into some of the story and just give y'all a little bit of information if you don't know about it. These are the three cats right here that they found murdered. From left to right: Armani Kelly, Dante Wicker, Montoya Givens. Rest in peace to them, man. Prayers up to them and their family. Highland Park, Michigan, which is a part of Detroit. They was found basically in an abandoned apartment, and they had been missing for like 3 weeks. Nobody knew what was going on. So they found them, and it was all bad. So one thing I want to say about this situation is, these dudes wasn't young cats, man. They wasn't 18, 19. They was all 30, 28, 31, whatever the case may be. So that's very alarming to me. That's one of the things that stood out to me is, these grown men, still in these situations like this is a crazy thing. But let's go ahead and read part of the story if you don't know. So late Thursday night, police said they found the 3 bodies that are believed to be 3 rappers missing since a Detroit gig they were set to perform at was canceled. But it was going to take some time to confirm their identities, and police say the condition of the building is a factor. So apparently they found them in an abandoned building that was rat infested. So obviously they probably was doing real bad, eating up, and just all type of craziness was going on in the apartment. There's also another factor I'm about to pull up too that's crazy when you really think about it. But let's see what this say. Fox 2 has now learned that a person of interest is in custody for questions but has not been identified. According to Fox 2 sources, one person is currently in custody and considered a person of interest. Our sources said that the person of interest was arrested during a raid in Detroit. That's interesting, because there's also reports that somebody was arrested in Knoxville, Kentucky. I wasn't able to find that story, but I heard it through, other YouTubers and people putting that information out. Somebody was arrested in Knoxville, Kentucky. Also a person of interest, but not a person that they're going to charge yet. They got arrested for a parole violation, whether it was because they shouldn't have been in Knoxville. Why was they in Knoxville in the first place? If they had something to do with anything, it's a crazy story. So I'm sure we're gonna soon find out. But check this out right here. All right. So as you see at the top, identities of the 3 rappers confirmed after bodies found in the apartment basement. At least 2 people being questioned. So check this out. It says the examiner confirmed that the remains of Armani Kelly, 28, which is Marley Whoop, Montoya Givens, 31, and Dante Wicker, 31, were the 3 men who were found dead inside an abandoned apartment complex in Highland Park on Thursday. However, the cause of death cannot yet be determined because their bodies were solidly frozen. Wow. Frozen solid, man. You know it's cold as hell up in Detroit, up north in general right now. Some crazy temperatures. So just imagine that, man. I don't know how they died, if they got shot or whatever the case, and then it was just, they were just there and froze to death. But either way, man, that's just real sad to find 3 people, dead bodies in a building, rat infested and frozen to death, all over what? If you watch the live, which I'm not going to play all of the live, I played a little snippet of it. He already talking about people snitching and this, that, and the third. We get right back into this mind frame and this mentality that's really, messing up the community, man. And the culture really got to take a step back and look at all of this type of stuff, man, and see what's going on, because it's really a waste of time. And you see people is not playing games behind all this stuff. So, could it have been somebody that he was talking about snitching? I don't know. Like I said, and also in the video, he was talking to 2 or 3 other dudes, and they was all grimy. Everybody had a mask on. Who knows, man? But the company you keep, the people you be around, is usually going to determine your fate. And unfortunately, in this case, we'll find out what happened. Now back to these three men right here. Hey, listen, there's nothing wrong with want to have a rap career, and stuff like that. Even just want to do it as a hobby and perform and all of that, that's cool. But me personally, I think it's way too many young brothers trying to do the same thing, and it's getting messy. Too many street dudes just trying to be rappers, and they got a lot of street stuff going on. They actually fuse the credit for them to rap, and then everybody's talking about snitching in and out of prison. Like, the whole culture of that is really got people tripping, man. So you got 3 dudes, basically 30 years old, still trying to be rappers, which is cool, whatever. But what else did they have going on? Armani Kelly, Marley Whoop, he was, on the video, he was talking about the prison life and this, that, and the third, and it was all good and laughing and joking about it, and I was locked up with this person and that person. That whole scene right there is just something you don't want to get yourself caught up in and be a part of, man, because who really wants to be in prison? And when you hear people talking about it as if it's some type of, rites of passage to get some street credibility or to be in a gang, it's lame, man. It's really lame. Like, we gotta start making that stuff lame to even talk about. Bragging about being in prison when that's not no place you want to be. What can you do in prison, man? You in there with a whole bunch of dudes, musty, dusty, and it's just lame. You ain't making no money. You ain't doing nothing productive. You're not around your family. You can't help your kids or whoever else you got in your life. So really, what's the point of all of that, man? So that's really what I wanted to talk about, is just the glorification of, the prison life and the street life, the gang life, the rap life is all starting to intertwine too much. And I don't know if the whole show thing was a setup, because apparently they made it to the show, but who knows what they encountered once they got to the show. So it's crazy, man. Detroit is a rough city as it is, and like I said, go watch that video of him on live, and it'll tell you a lot of things about the type of person he was. He seemed like a cool dude, but the dudes he was talking to on the live seemed like they wasn't feeling him, and he couldn't quite understand that or couldn't see it. But if you know, you know. And them dudes didn't look like they was really rocking with him. They was actually talking about violating him during the live because he had on that red scarf and it wasn't a regular bandana. It was just ignorant stuff, man. So, rest in peace to those 3 dudes, man. And, this is just another lesson learned, if nothing else, man. Like, get your ducks in a row, You know what I'm saying? Prison ain't the place to be. You know, if you're gonna be trying to rap and do stuff like that, do it. But you know, it's a lot more things out there, a lot more ways to get money. You know what I'm saying? So I want people to understand that, and you know, everybody can't do it. So it is what it is, man. But rest in peace to them dudes, man. Prayers to the family. I just want to bring y'all that little information. You know what I'm saying? Which basically they're saying that they caught some people or they got some personal interest involved. I think they're gonna solve this case pretty quickly because it's probably all type of evidence everywhere, man. But it's your man OG Bo Beats. Make sure if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, share the video, like the video, leave a comment, and I'm out. Peace.